Hello. So, I really wanted to start making videos, or I just wanted to make a video because I just felt a pull in my heart. Like, I'm in kind of a rough place right now, and God is teaching me different things, and I need encouragement. So hopefully these videos will encourage me by posting them. And I can just, as I make them, I'm being encouraged, I think, because this is like, I don't know what take of mine, because I kept making them. I was like, no, not good. But I think also if God can use this to encourage someone else who's also struggling, then awesome. So this video, I really wanted to talk about something that I've been kind of wrestling with, and it's what do you do when, or does God lead us into places that do not seem wise? So right now, God has led me, so something that I had learned recently or through my years, especially in undergrad when I was in college, was that boundaries are really important. We should make sure that we put boundaries on our time and on our energy, because if we are spread too thin, we will not be effective and we will not be happy, and it just won't be good. We are not made to be spread thin. So I've become more protective over my time, and I do not want to do that again. However, I felt called by God, just by the way He set up things and by asking Him and different things that happened, to do this teaching program that I'm doing now in Las Vegas Valley. This teaching program, I am a special education teacher, and so therefore I'm doing what in other states is 2 jobs, because in other states, case manager, when it comes to special ed, is a different job. It's a separate job from special education teacher, but in Nevada, you do both. So I'm kind of doing 2 jobs right now, but I'm also, part of this teaching program I'm in is going to grad school to get either your master's or your credential to teach at the same time you're teaching. So I'm doing that, and I'm also, a part of this teaching program that has different trainings and things I need to do, and it's just a lot. It's overwhelming at times, and I'm like, what am I doing? But I felt called to do this, and I think God's just been challenging me. It's like, if you look at any Christian help book, right? Not any Christian help book, but a lot of Christian wisdom would say, do not spread yourself thin. And so to me, I'm like, okay, but I feel like God is telling me to do something that goes against that wisdom. So what do you do? I feel like God has really been putting on my heart and challenging me to have faith, to have a true level of faith that I do not have, but I'm asking Him for. So up until this point, I thought I had faith. I thought I had a lot of it. But I think I'm realizing now that maybe faith isn't true faith until it's really tested, until there's a risk involved. Right now, I'm doing all these things that literally, if God doesn't come through, if He doesn't show up, I don't know what is going to happen. I could lose my job. I could, what else? And I need to trust Him, right? I need to trust that every step of the way, even if I did lose my job, I suppose, right? Like God, if I'm in His will, that's all I gotta be. And I feel like He's just been, but I think even more than that is like He's been challenging me to have faith that He will provide in the places He's called me to. I don't feel adequate, but He will provide for me. Just like in His word, He provided for many other people who weren't adequate. They weren't. Without Him, we need to rely on His power. But He provides where He calls. Right? That saying, God guides, or where God guides, He provides. And I think He's been really, really challenging me in that. So I've got to get more in His word and just know who He is, and not look at what I see, not look at the things that don't make sense, but keep my eyes trained on God and see Him work. And so hopefully I can do an update video of the ways that God will work, because I'm going to say that in faith. But I challenge you, whoever's watching this, know that God oftentimes calls us into places that don't make sense. And that's something that I'm learning and experiencing. Of course, use wisdom and bring it to Christian community, bring it to people who can help counsel you and guide you, and ask the Lord, and be in the Word and all of that. But if God calls you to a place that doesn't make sense, like, know that he does that. He does that. That's what I'm experiencing, and we need to get in the Word. We need to keep our eyes trained on him and know that he will provide. Know that he's going to do miracles, because God does miracles. So yeah, I'm making this video in faith, and yeah, let's go.